Imagine if your Minecraft world had a snowy mountain cliff village, a beautiful meadow valley village, or even a village right next to a mansion. Here are 25 new village seeds for Minecraft 1.19. Seed 25 spawns you right in the middle of a plains village triangle. 3 villages right at spawn that will provide you with plenty of looting and trading opportunities. I've never seen 3 villages this close together before. Build some paths and road to introduce the neighbouring villages to one another, or maybe fill the gaps with your own buildings to create one big city. Seed 24 has a village known as the Village of Danger. You'll quickly realise that this village certainly lives up to its name. Not only is there a pillager outpost on top of one of the houses, there's also an exposed zombie dungeon directly underneath the outpost. These poor villagers and delays have both zombies and pillagers to deal with at the same time. Once you've secured the villagers from these hostile mobs, fix some of the old structural damage, flooding issues, and then head down under the village where you'll find a stronghold. This mountain village will definitely keep you busy. Seed 23 spawns you right on the shore of a coastal beach village with loads of amazing ocean-based features close by. There's an ocean monument less than 100 blocks away and a large mushroom island within viewing distance too. If you want a village spawn with a feature-packed ocean to explore, you won't find a better seed than this. This village is also home to some unique animal interactions, and there's Windswept Cove area that could be a great location for a base. Seed 22 spawns you a couple steps away from a tiger village that sits right in front of a woodland mansion. With just over 100 blocks separating these two structures, this seed provides an exciting start to your Minecraft adventure. Just behind the mansion, you can find a ruined portal giving you easy access to the nether. Surrounded by pine forest and pleasant rivers, this spawn is not bad on the eye either. Seed 21 has a rare ice spikes village that is accompanied by a ruined portal. Maybe you could turn one of those ice spikes into a watchtower for the villagers. Go through the portal and into the nether, and you'll spawn right next to a nether fortress. This lucky nether spawn will come in handy, as this rare village is actually home to a second portal. Dig down under the village and you'll find a stronghold. Seed 20 spawns you on a large flat plains between 2 villages separated by a river. Turn around and head to the nearby beach lake where you'll find a tiger village with a beach shipwreck. Transform this shipwreck into your base, or maybe use it as a storage facility for all the treasure you'll be able to fish up from this beautiful lake. If you're in the mood for a relaxed and peaceful playthrough, this village seed could be the one for you. Seed 19 has a village with the house deep down inside of a dripstone cave. Inside of this spacious cave system, you can also find a dripstone farm and even a dripstone well. Can I interest anyone in an iron golem rescue mission? Head up toward the surface where you'll find the rest of the village in a beautiful flower-filled meadow, as well as some snowy jagged peak mountains and some perfect locations for building. Seed 18 has another beautiful village location. This village sits in the middle of a small lake situated in a beautiful crescent-shaped meadow valley. Head up on top of the meadow wall where you can watch over the village amongst all the flowers and bees. There's a meadow crater just opposite the village where you could maybe build your own custom village and then build a tunnel through the meadow wall to connect them both. Seed 17 spawns you inside of a mangrove swamp that is bordered by loads of savanna village and epic windswept terrain. Here's a windswept village that sits on the edge of a mangrove and a jungle biome. This windswept terrain has aided the generation of a very unique village that includes floating houses and houses hidden away in caves. Make your way up to the church at the top and take in the views of the surrounding ocean and warm biomes. Seed 16 has a river valley village within close proximity to jungle and ocean. Underneath the village you'll find a large open cave that contains the village market. I really love how big and open this cave entrance is on the bank of the river. This could be a great spot for a trading hall or a large storage room under the village. How would you use this village basement cave? Seed 15 has 2 unique desert villages close to spawn that are also very close to each other. One of them is a mangrove village full of swamp villagers and overgrown houses. Just across the river, you'll find a blacksmith village with a buried desert temple. It's not often you see village houses generating directly above a temple. You can get to the treasure room by digging just in front of this village cactus. Seed 14 has an incredible Badlands biome with stunning wooded Badland mountains. You wouldn't usually find a village in a biome like this, but luckily this tiny desert biome has generated one. This desert village is right at the bottom of this Badlands mountain range. This would be a great base to stop at whilst exploring the amazing mountain that even includes a large exposed lush cave with a giant ruined portal. Once you're done exploring this, maybe use these villages to populate your very own Wild West town. Seed 13 has a quaint meadow black blacksmith village that overlooks a gorgeous flower forest valley that would be an ideal build location. With flowing streams, exposed caves, and flower slopes, these villagers couldn't have picked a more eye-pleasing spot for their village. I like how the village is just small enough so it doesn't extend over the edge of the meadow. On the other side of the valley, there's some nice views of the wide open plains, rivers, and even more villages. Seed 12 has a cliffside desert village next to mountainous warm biomes including jungle and badlands. Jump down to the coral reef below and you'll notice that 2 villagers have set up their homes at the bottom of the cliff. An interesting house location that even has a lush garden. Do some fishing amongst the coral glow squid, or explore the cove to the left of the village where you'll find a deep lush cave system. Seed 11 has 2 villages in some of the best mountain valleys I've ever found. This jagged peak mountain is absolutely breathtaking, and thankfully there's a village either side. The first sits at the bottom of this beautiful old growth pine taiga valley. I think I'd get a sore neck living in this village because I just want to keep looking up at these mountains. Head over the peaks where you'll find a plains village with magnificent views of a stream-filled valley. C10 has another amazing windswept swamp village that provides some really great visuals. With 2 separate columns of village platforms opposite each other, this seed would be perfect for someone who likes to build bridges. You'll probably have to remove this stone pillar before this village's roof gives in. Seed 9 has an amazing Meadow Valley village with some unique bonus features. There's a broken ruined portal house, an exposed zombie dungeon at the bottom of the valley, and even a dripstone house with a large cave for you to explore. With all of these features and the remarkable valley generation, this is definitely a village worth checking out. Do you think this villager could make this jump to the other side? Seed 8 has a desert village with another insane combination of features. There's a pillager outpost in the middle of the village full of pillagers that are destined to make these villagers extinct if you're not quick enough to save them. It looks like they've even replaced one of the houses with a cage that is holding both villagers and delays captive. Right next to the village, there's an exposed dungeon, a desert temple, and even a woodland mansion. Seed 7 has a jungle temple village on the edge of a bamboo forest and mangrove swamp. We see a lot of desert temple villages, but the jungle temple combination is a really rare find. This temple is situated right in the middle of the village, surrounded by pandas, parrots, and jungle villagers. This could be the perfect home for you if you're interested in moving into this village. Seed 6 is one of the more challenging villages on the list as you spawn right in front of this pillager outpost. If you use this seed, you literally have no choice but to fist fight these pillagers and try to rescue the villagers. Try this seed and let me know if you manage to survive this intense action-packed spawn. Thankfully, there's 2 neighbouring villages close by that you could possibly escape to. Seed 5 has a double blacksmith village that sits on a meadow hill overlooking a woodland mansion. Hopefully these 2 blacksmiths will provide you with enough gear to tackle this towering coastal mansion. It's literally only 30 blocks away from the village. On one side of the mansion, you can find a tiny jungle shore with a ruined portal, and on the other side, there's a wonderful river valley just around the corner from the village. Seed 4 has an extremely special combination of woodland mansion and an abandoned zombie village. Both of these structures are hard enough to find in their own right, so to find them combined like this is truly remarkable. This village couldn't get any closer to the mansion. The blacksmith has almost made its way inside of it. If you're looking for an abandoned village seed, it'll be hard to find a better one than this. Seed 3 has a double village just a short walk along the coast from spawn. Being only 60 blocks apart, this seed could be a fun little building project. Connect these villages with a bridge across the river to allow these villagers to interact with each other. There's a beautiful river valley between them, a ruined portal, and winding dripstone cave for you to explore. Seed 2 has one of the most beautiful village locations I've ever seen. You can find this plains village in a poppy field entirely surrounded by frozen peak mountains. If you're looking for a peaceful village to settle in to enjoy a relaxing playthrough, this one is definitely worth the travel. There's plenty of meadow space to add your own structures and a large forest to gather materials, all inside of this stunning mountain village crater. Seed 1 has my personal favourite village find of all time. Take a short adventure along the snowy coast at spawn and you'll come across a village that climbs up the cliffs of an incredible snowy mountain, all the way from the frozen ocean below to a huge and beautiful mountain crater at the top. Every house in this village is on a higher level than the house that came before it. Make your way to the top where you'll find the most charmingly positioned black